The Rap Roundtable.
Yes, sir. The Rap Roundtable returns with another edition, another rendition, another installment of the vaunted, your favorite lunch hour. It's your boy Jarve here alongside the Rap Snob, alongside Deanie the Balance, alongside the homie Mace. And I guess you could say this is something of a New York holiday. The Rap Bible's 30-year anniversary. And if you don't know what the Rap Bible is by now, just cut this podcast off. This pod is not for you. Illmatic turns 30. And on this 30th anniversary, a certain section of Nas fans got the gift that they've been clamoring for maybe 30 years.
Nah. Fuck all that, Jarve. This is the new Christmas, bro.
It's a new Christmas?
April 19th. That's the new Christmas.
It's Nasmus?
Nasmus.
Hey, so, you know what I mean? Not only did Escobar...
We just joking out there for the religious people. Don't worry.
I mean, lean into it. You got the t-shirt on, Sid. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Not only did we get the single from Escobar and Preemo, but in the midst of the single, they announced that the long-awaited Nas and Preemo album is coming this year. So Nas, yet again, is the gift that keeps on giving. We don't got to talk too much more about it. As you follow, hit the like button, run them likes up. We need 300 likes on every video. Run the comments up. If you haven't already, please subscribe. Follow us on these socials right here. Lock in with us, or you see them graphics, follow us everywhere. And let's get into it. So, the Rap Snob, Nas, Define My Name, produced by DJ Premier. You got your wish, I think.
I got my wish.
Talk about it.
You know what I mean? Like, we've talked extensively about like what we expect from Nas and Preemo as a collab, as working together in 2024. And I gotta say, I am very impressed with what they put out. Now, it's not a joint that's gonna knock your socks off. It's not like a grandiose, huge single. But it's a dope joint, and I fucks with it wholeheartedly. You know what I mean? It's amazing. First let me go back to the last joint that they dropped, which was the breakbeat joint, the beat breaks. That joint was cool. You know what I mean? I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it. I like this much better. I think this is Preemo sort of back in his bag and with that classic Preemo bounce. Nas is skating all over it. The song is called Define My Name. I love the concept of the song because he talks about like his name and where it comes from in ancient history. You know, Nas is absolutely in his entire bag on this song. If I have anything negative to say about it, is that the beat was a little on the basic side, in the sense that there wasn't much variation to the beat. You know what I mean? Usually when Preemo like chops and loops up, his samples, there's always some element of variation in his beat where like something a sound or something comes out of left field where you're not expecting it to switch up, but then it switches up and that catches your ear and you're like, oh, okay, I'm rocking with this. This one was a little bit more just straightforward. You know what I mean? Like the chops is crazy. It was a 1-bar loop, so it wasn't much in the sense of variation. But all in all, I think this really does, bring back that energy for me, that classic Nas and Preemo energy. Again, I don't see this as like a huge single. I see this more as like a teaser for what's about to come from Nas and Preemo in 2024, and I'm excited for the album.
So you'd say that you're buying the stock?
I'm absolutely buying the stock. Yeah.
Okay. I see the vision. Mesito, talk to me, gang.
Solid joint. I agree with what a lot of what's said. Definite nostalgic vibes on the production side from Preemo. Not necessarily what you would hear in like the P-Rhyme era, the Prime era from Preem. Definitely brings you back to what you would think you would hear from Nas and Preemo. So of course, how could you not be excited about a Nas and Preemo album, bro? That's like, you know what I mean? I didn't watch every Kobe Bryant game expecting him to score 81. I'm just happy to get some hard raps over some nice beats, and it's Preemo in Nas, bro. So I'm definitely happy about it. I'm excited about the album finally being confirmed. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people You know what I mean? Sin said it right. This is the new Christmas. I know a lot of people is jumping for joy all over social media right now. I haven't even been able to see the reactions to everything. But I will say this, we're in a very interesting time now, right? Because I think because of the output that Nas and Hit Boy have put together, we're now in a sense where we're not necessarily comparing it to the old Cream. Nas has been so active that we're gonna be like, does this live up to the 6 feet to the Hit Boy? And because that's the thing about Nas, he's one of those artists that's so great that he only kind of gets compared to his own output. You know what I'm saying? We're not out here saying, yo, you know what I mean? Is that new Nas competing with For All the Dogs? Like, we don't even think of these type of guys on the same plane as Nas. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm very interested to see the reaction, to see if everybody is happy to get Nas and Primo after we've gotten consistent heat from Nas and Hit Boy. It's almost like we get to see the old battle with the new, right? Especially since Nas has been in his bag, especially on that second half of Hit Boy albums. It's like Nas has been A level lyrically, you know what I mean? So I'm interested, you know what I mean? Me as a podcaster, I'm anxious to be able to compare and contrast and, you know what I mean, cause the controversy that everybody says we shouldn't. That's what I'm here for. I'm a podcaster, you know what I mean? I want to cause arguments. So yeah, of course I'm excited. Solid joint, just like you said, Sin. I don't think this is the top of what we're gonna get out of. I think it's just a teaser, just something that we, you know what I mean, just to get the folks ready. And I'm excited to see where it goes, man. I'm really excited to see how this project is going to sound.
You know, real quick, my apologies. I had a technical issue just now. Like I got booted out and I had to log back in, thankfully, and then cut you guys off in the process. Also, Mace, you know, you got to be careful with these sports analogies. A certain Gap Tooth Power Ranger might feel some type of way with his multicolored bucket hats. So you got to be real careful when you do your sports analogies. Because I have a deep discography and I know everything about rap. You know what I mean? That's what he's gonna say. So you gotta be real careful when you know what I mean? You gotta
get that clown the fuck out of here, bro.
Let's not raise any alarms.
The Canadian bucket hat wearing Power Ranger, he might feel a way about the sports analogy.
Bucket low, like fuck it though.
Bucket bozo, but anyway, we need a balance.
Good point, Joe. Good point.
Hey man, I aim to deliver the points. We need a balance. New Nas and Primo. What we saying, gang?
Great points from my brothers. Samaj did very well. It's Primo and Escobar. It's what the world has been clamoring for fucking eons now.
Was that a Freudian slip?
It was. Bro, after 6 albums, am I not entitled to a Freudian slip?
Nah, I think it's because you want Hit Boy.
Granted, it works. I ain't gonna lie. You don't fix it if it ain't broken. You get what I'm saying? But no, this is a moment. This is, as Sin called it, Christmas. You get what I'm saying? Like, first of all, shout out to the chat. Y'all been specifically y'all have been clamoring for this. You finally got it. Nas delivered as he always does. Substance, bars, pocket work, just still in rare form. 50 is not stopping that brother at all. The production, Sin, redundant is the word I was thinking more. You get what I'm saying? Is the word I was looking for. And this is not a bro, like when you look at Runaway with West Side Gun and Rome, how it started off with and then it dropped. That's what I wanted from this beat. I was waiting for that drop to take me to that next level so Nas could, like, you know what I'm saying, put in like the 9 to 5 he was about to put on this shit as he did. And I didn't get that. And as you said, it really stayed in that loop the entire song. And that really blew mine for Primo, because Primo's like one of the most intuitive niggas with this shit. Like, he gets in depth, a little sound here, a little scratch there.
He throws a turnover in there, you know what I mean?
It's like a story, something to get you to turn your head and say, oh, I didn't know that was happening. And it elevates the song. I didn't get that on this. You get what I'm saying? Like, other than that, it's a dope record, but I wanted something a little stronger because it's the 30th anniversary of hip hop's baby. You get what I'm saying? Like, is it a bad record? No. I just, like, when you just look at what they've done, maybe I'm overjudging because what they've done in the past, they just given us so much timeless classics, like, that as soon as I hear it, I'm thrown into a zone. I'm talking about the first time I heard something, like, I remember the first time I heard Nas Is Like, it was literally like catapulted like into a zone, bro. You get what I'm saying? I wanted that from this, and I didn't get that too much on this. But this is the teaser. This is the intro. This is just to let you know we're in the studio. We're cooking. I do like it better than Beat Breaks. You know what I'm saying? I was very judgmental on Beat Breaks, so I do like it better than that. But I wanted more. This is hip hop MC. This is hip hop producer, especially when it comes to that street shit. So I just take it to that next level. That's what I want to see. Keep cooking.
Okay. You know, I can understand.
I understand this for Dini. Okay.
Yeah.
I can respect
the legends.
Yeah, of course.
You want to add a little more to that?
No.
No.
Feel like you feel away, son.
No.
Jump in.
You know what I mean? They're gonna push me out the way. I'm trying to get my takes off.
Go ahead.
You know what I mean?
Jump.
I can understand Dini's Freudian slip, but I can also understand why they made it so clear that with Magic 3 they would stop, because it would have been tough to explain with the run that they were on if the Preemo album somehow showed up in between another Nas and Hit Boy run. So now everything kind of makes more sense on his head. I mean, I like the song. I'm not gonna come out here and lie to y'all and tell you I love the song. It's amazing. Ray. That's nothing to do with Nas. In fact, Nas, this guy seems like, I don't know when the song was recorded, but since Magic 3 dropped and whatever he's been doing between the philanthropy, moving around from coast to coast and whatnot, you've seen him. He's been everywhere recently. He hasn't lost a step. In fact, the invigoration seems to still be invigorating. You know what I mean? Like the bars are sharp, the voice, the breathing,
everything.
Pocket. Facts.
Everything.
Tight. I don't want to say it's the tightest it's ever been for Nas. Pause, but pause. But like to be at his age, even mentioning, thinking ramen at 30 will be corny, ramen at 40, to be at 50 and to be finding new heights, new challenges, new levels, super impressive. But I'm in lockstep with Dini. And to send to a certain sin Inland Basin, Dini kind of was disappointed. I'm somewhere in the middle. You know what I mean? But I say that because off the record, I said when it comes to Preemo beats, for me right now, he's a 50-50 play. Every single time out. It's either gonna get Beat Breaks or you're gonna get what he gave Roman Westside a few months ago, which was like, where the fuck? How old was this beat? When did you make this beat? There's no sign of the new shit you've been making. You know what I'm saying? This beat is somewhere in the middle of that, because it's not whack, but it's not what Roman West got, and it's not the kind of mid that Beat Break. To me, this is a good, I guess you want to call it a street single. This is a good way to let people know that something is on the way. I'm not mad at this. I'm not mad at it at all. In fact, this is a good record. Like, if you came into this expecting your socks to be blown off and this to be the best thing you heard, you're not being fair to Nas or Preemo at this point in each of their careers, especially Preemo. But I will say this: if there is, and not even no more of an if, with the album on the way, matter of fact, I'll hold off on that because we got another segment. I do like the record. I'm excited to see Nas in his pocket. I'm excited to see like how people are gonna react to it, and with the way rap is kind of like falling into place overall as a genre, kind of between all of the battling and the beefs or whatever. The sales are bumped up. The interest in the genre is bumping up again. This is a good time for Nas to yet again to add number 7 to now what, a 4-year run? This will be now we're in year 4, 7th album. This will be a good time to do that, because again, in this Wild Wild West period, we're seeing guys like Simba using J. Cole as a launching pad for a rollout. First it was the freestyle, then he's doing LA, well, whatever it is, it's not LA Leakers anymore. But he's doing these things because he has music on the way. We know Kendrick eventually is going to respond to Drake. We know Drake is eventually going to drop an album. We know the Fall Off will eventually drop. There's loud rumors about Pusha T on the way. A lot of the rappers are coming outside. This is an exciting time, and to hear Nas is doing this at this level, blending in with the spitters, the marksmen who are out here right now, man, you can't take nothing away. He 39-year-old LeBron amongst the young kids right now. Can't take nothing away. But to this album, since I was already, giving my takes, I just lead into it, then I pass it back to Sim. I'm excited for the album. Yes. I'm excited for the album because it's DJ Premier and Nas. What the fuck? This is grill. This is literal grill we're getting. You know what I'm saying?
That's
canon.
Yes. This is a canon
event.
This is a canon event. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
But if the beats don't increase, if the level of sonical aptitude does not increase beyond what we just heard with this new single, there's gonna be a lot of people disappointed, in my opinion. And I feel like this album is gonna I find this album to be very problematic on its head, because yet again, I believe that the Nas fandom was gonna be split, because you saw what happened with the Hit Boy run, and how the Preemo heads and the Large Pro heads was like, Hit ain't it. We're in a group chat where people really don't like Hit and they love Preemo. So now you're telling me that Preemo and Nas is on the way, and this is what it sounds like. There's gonna be that Hit Boy segment of fans is gonna be like C, and there's gonna be more infighting within the fandom. Like, I just hope that we can find a happy medium as rap fans to appreciate the music. But to say the rap snob, new Nas, new DJ Premier, where are you at?
You know, I'm more of where I'm one notch up from where I was previously.
Okay.
I was already excited, obviously, at the notion of a Nas and Preemo album. Like, Nas hinted it, you know what I mean? When he said, you know, Nas and Preemo album still might happen. The picture came up, you know, earlier this week, but we already knew what it was because we gave you the inside information, you know what I mean? Because we're the Rap Round Table. Fuck with us. You know what I mean? And there was a lot of speculation out there as to what it was going to be. We kind of knew ahead of time it was going to be a single. A lot of people was like, the album's coming. And I am very much excited for the album, and even more so by the sounds of this single. I'm not necessarily there with you, Jarv, in terms of like being, you know what I mean? Like listening to the song and being worried that the sonic aspect of the album is not going to live up to what we hope for. Where Hit Boy may have excelled in terms of like arrangements, you know what I mean, and layering, I think there was a certain lack in terms of like fullness and roundness to some, not all of them, but some of the beats, some of the sounds, some of the sonics sounded a little flat. You know what I mean? Just some of them. And I think with Preemo taking it back, you know what I mean? Preemo is an old school head. He's still, you know, making beats on his, you know, dusty MPC, you know what I mean? Still using analog gear, still, you know, all of that. So I think we're going to get that more gritty, round, warm sound out of a Preemo and Nas album than we did with the Hit Boy album.
An old New York kind of sound with this?
Maybe, yeah. Take it back to that old New York 90s dusty boom bap. You know what I mean? Like anybody can make boom bap. Well, not anybody. I'm just saying, like, people can make. Let me rewind.
Because Hitman damn sure can't.
Right.
Careful.
Sure. People can make boom bap, but can they make it with that same sonic element of the 90s, with the strictly analog gear? You know what I mean? MPC wired through cables to the S950, like, you know what I mean? With the MIDI cables, the ASRs, you know what I mean? Recording to 2-inch reel tapes, you know what I mean? Like, no Pro Tools. Like, can you replicate that sound? And unless you actually have that analog gear like Preemo does and has been working with for 30 plus years, you really can't replicate the warmth and the grittiness of that sound. So that's what I'm looking forward to. In terms of like expanding sonically for Preemo, I don't know. My feeling is that they literally just recorded this. My feeling is that like Preemo had like a beat that he was cooking up. He wasn't quite finished with it. Nas heard it and he was like, just leave it like that. I'm a rock over this shit and we're gonna make it pop. I think when they're in full album mode, they are gonna lock in the lab. They're gonna flesh everything out. They're gonna add all the bells and whistles, dot all of the T's and cross all of their I's. No, the other way around. Cross all of the T's, dot all of their I's. And we're gonna get what we expect out of a Nas and Preemo album. I'm all here for it, man. I'm excited.
You need a balance, you know. I understand your trepidation and your feelings. Don't hold back here. At this point, as a rap fan, where are you at with this excitement level for a Nas and DJ Premier album?
I'm excited for the fact, I think anyone who likes just rap music just will be excited for this. That's the excitement is not the issue. The anticipation is not the issue. It's just the aftermath of it all. You get what I'm saying? I just want to feel the Sonics. I want everything to be powerful. I know everything Dini in the Sonics. Yes, it matters. You know what I'm saying? You can name 1,000 Nas and Primo songs. When you heard them shits hit you in your chest. I want that feeling from the music, bro. Like I think they could do it. I just feel like it's almost like I don't know if maybe just Nas and Primo by themselves in the studio could do it dolo. Maybe you got to get Jungle and some of the old homies to kind of get back and, you know, rekindle that old vibe. You know what I'm saying? The niggas in the studio with the 40s and the brown paper bags. Like, maybe you need that. Get some Black and Miles in there to get that old school vibe back. I just don't know if it'll work if they all in there sipping more wet. You know what I'm saying? Because they wasn't doing that back in the days. But they're all at a different level in life. We're not gonna get Illmatic 30 years ago. You get what I'm saying? That part I think is over. It's as long as the music today hits, as long as it's, I want replay value. I want to go back to this. This is an epic event between two titans. Like, I don't want it just to be a flyby thing. It's not supposed to be that. After waiting all these years for this shit, it's kind of like if Dre really dropped fucking Detox 2. You know what I'm saying? If he really dropped it, like, it's not supposed to feel like Compton, bro. It's not. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That is a very good point. I hope they don't rush this album.
Take your time with this. Like, this is a baby right here.
All right, where we at, Mace?
Excitement is definitely on 10, bro. Like, y'all said it's a canon event. You mentioned if Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg drop the album, we gonna be hyped. You know what I'm saying? If Mike Dean and Scarface was dropping the full length, we gonna know what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's some pairs in hip hop that's just, you know what I mean, legendary for the output, for the quality. You know what I mean? But my nervousness is on 10 as well. I'll say that. You know what I mean? Because I felt like the formula, a big part of the formula with Nas and Hit, and guys, y'all gonna get mad at us about comparing Nas and Hit. Listen, he just dropped 6 albums with the guy. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, I can't help it. But it's just, I felt like a big part of the winning formula for that was the young energy that Hit Boy brought to Nas. You know what I mean? It was like the OG and the youngin'. So they were able to bring each other into different parts of their artistry that nobody else will be able to. And I feel like, not to be ageist, you know what I mean? But it's like with 2 older dudes in the studio, who's bringing the new, you know what I'm saying? Who's bringing that new flow? You know what I'm saying? Who's progressing? You know what I'm saying?
Maybe we like don't need
maybe.
That's a fair take, Sin.
But maybe. But I'll say, also, I would like a full length album to be a level. I would like for the newest song we just dropped, for it to be the second or last best song on the album. You know what I'm saying? I would like the rest of the album to be maybe a little bit of a level higher. Then you mentioned and feeling like they just put that together, but then you also say you hope they taking time with it. So that's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? I hope that the rest of it is, you know, a little bit above this and definitely above breakbeat, you know what I'm saying? Or beat break, sorry. So, you know, I'm a little bit nervous just because it's, you know what I'm saying? I feel like Nas's output more recently has been higher than Primo's output more recently, you know? Okay. So I'm hoping that the quality can be of such that people don't act like, oh, we should have never did this. You know what I mean? Because if it's not like the way out of here, people going to complain as much as they was begging for it. You know what I'm saying? So as excited I am, I also am a little bit nervous because I feel like with Nas in his more recent, you know, you could even hear it in the way he was rapping. You can't tell me that having those Hit Boys in the studio and those Fabios and those Big Seans and those Dom Kennedys, just that young flow, you know what I'm saying? That it didn't add something to the type of artistry Nas was doing at the time. So I just hope that whatever him and Primo can put together is just as exciting, you know what I'm saying? And so that's what my nervousness derives from most.
If I could just chime in real quick, very briefly, that's a very good point by Mace. I think if we would have gotten this song with this exact beat and then Nas before the Hit Boy run, it wouldn't have sounded as good as it sounds. I think Nas elevated that beat to make the record that they ended up making.
And
because of the Hit Boy movie.
And what I'll say on top of that is, I think in this regard, when it comes to Preemo, iron sharpens iron. Like, let's not discount the fact that Nas did live through 6 straight with Hit Boy, and there were some lessons that he gained from that experience that he would take into this creative process with Preemo that might challenge Preemo to now level his game up. So you know what I mean? Maybe himself was in the studio and he's throwing some game at OG that OG can implement into his game. I just don't think it's gonna be a situation of here's my beats, pick your favorites and rap over it. I think this is gonna be a collaborative effort. We're not gonna get Kanye out here where we thought it was gonna be one thing and then it was something else entirely. I think that Preemo, this is gonna be a symbiotic relationship where they're gonna continue to grow, blend, create, and then we'll find out what it sounds like. I get the feeling if they say this album is coming this year, we're already in mid-spring. I guess this might be a late summer or early fall release because, you know, it would make sense. Oh, maybe winter. Nas Preemo screams winter music. You know what I'm saying? It's no big jacket, the snorkel with the Timbs on. You know what I mean? Although New York don't have winter like that no more, but you know what I'm saying? We can wear it anyway. You know what I mean?
40 below.
Don't jinx it. Don't jinx it.
You're right. At this point, I'll take a fucking blizzard, man. I miss it. Yeah, I ain't gonna hold you.
Facts, man. Good snow.
I'll be singing a different tune when I'm shoveling it, but in the midst of it, it's like, damn, where's that, bro?
Bring on the global warming. Like, by the time it gets catastrophic,
you just don't want to have to move to Cali. Cali is New York, bro.
I'm saying West Side City.
While we're here, lunch hour, shout out to Villa, hit that like button, run them comments up, run the subs up, you know what I mean? Get comfortable. I hope y'all got y'all lunch at the table, y'all locking in with us, and you'll get comfortable. We won't get you fired today. This is not going to be an hour and 30-minute lunch hour. Don't get nervous, but make sure you got your food still, you know what I mean? But anyway.
Hold on, real quick, while we're here, you know what I mean? We threw up that little YouTube short of asking what's the GOAT Nas and Preemo collab. You know what I mean? While we're here, let's have our picks. What's our picks? Nas Preemo collab. What's our favorite?
Nas Preemo.
Dean.
A lot. I throw Taking in Blood on there. The ship from
Nas is like for me.
Yeah, I need Nas's like. That's what I was gonna say. Like. Yeah,
absolutely.
Dean, Nas is like.
Absolutely, no question. No question. Off that I Am album, which I counted as one of his greatest moments.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna go with New York State of Mind. I don't know what y'all talking about, man. New York State of Mind is a heavy monster, man.
I mean, there's a lot. Come Get Me off the Nostradamus joint. There's a lot of joints.
Come and Get Me's fire. New York State of Mind too.
But Nas is like generational, ain't it?
I gave you power.
Iconic. Another one off the I Am joint. You know, moments.
I gave you power.
I'm not saying you wrong, Sid, but Nas is like kind of a big deal.
It's up there.
Like a big deal, but
it checks every box.
We're not calling New York State of Mind a big deal.
New York State of Mind is iconic.
I'm not saying that at all. You're not gonna get me
the soundtrack of the city.
Chat, holla at us if you missed the short. Go to the short. Go give your take, or if you want to give it here in the comments in the chat, let us know what's your favorite Nas and Preemo collab.
But you know, as we move on, we get into the main event, you know, of this episode. Nas, Illmatic 30. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know why we here. So, of course, to commemorate it, we wanted to do something a little bit different because we've kind of talked about Illmatic a lot at different stages. So, like we didn't want to just blow. I think we just did it a couple weeks ago. We kind of bloviated about the album itself.
Yeah.
So you know, we know that y'all love the drafts, right? So we decided, not even we. Let me tell the truth. Sincere the rap snob. The master of ceremonies for this event came up with an idea for the Rap Roundtable to do an Illmatic 3-pack draft where myself, Dini the Balance, and Maysito will pick 3 songs from Illmatic, and you the fans, you the subscribers, you the people.
No. I will judge.
Oh, you're gonna.
I'm playing judge.
So not only is he the master of ceremonies, he's also
hold on.
It's all about sin.
Over here.
Okay.
I am the Illmatic overlord. I will be picking the winner.
Okay.
I said you're right.
Payback. I willingly backed out of this draft because I'm tired of
being last.
Tired of Jarb cheating. He folds a corner of the paper up and knows which
I don't even look.
Name.
I don't even look.
It's a conspiracy. It's a draft conspiracy, bro.
Wow, hey yo.
This is last ever.
Hey yo.
Hey,
What?
Wow.
yikes.
Off the rails.
Whoa.
Yo, technical on me. But yeah, man, I told y'all, I was like, I don't even want to be in this draft. I always get picked last. I always lose. I'm tired of that shit. You be cheating, picking me last because you know what paper has my name on it. So fuck that shit.
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna hold all the power in my hand.
So the master
I mean?
ceremony, since you're the rap snob, you can set the table for us. Let us know what we picking.
That's the word.
Uh-oh.
There's the hat.
All right, who got first pick? Should be me.
Why should we get first pick?
Yo, I'm gonna be
Just
so
cause
tight.
Jaw. If Jaw get it, that's just
Hey, you called it, Mace.
Macito.
Hey, there we go. Y'all know the first pick is
Yes,
always
yes.
mine, man.
Well, we knew that.
How does that happen, bro?
On the last thing.
Yo,
I could have picked Future,
Yo.
but you know.
Oh
I had to
man,
make it
the
interesting.
notorious Freddie Gibbs pick.
Worst first pick in history, bro.
Flat round table history right there.
Jarv with the second pick in the draft.
Aha, you see?
You last, bro.
I'm last, man. The first shall be
I
last.
I think that's a good thing. I'm not gonna lie to you. After your last performance,
Damn,
you shouldn't
Jaw.
even be allowed to. You shouldn't even be allowed.
Don't do me like that. Don't do me like that.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh man.
All right, so
Macito.
Ready to start the draft, man?
Yes, sir.
I ain't
Start it
playing.
up.
I ain't fucking around. It ain't hard to tell. My favorite joint off of the fucking album. Michael Jackson sample. You know what I mean? It's some of the best rhymes you ever heard in your entire life. You know what I mean? Like, come on. I excel at then prevail. In that order,
Yeah.
D.
Okay.
all
I dig it, Mace.
Strong
Feel me?
start from Mace.
Javi.
The official first single, Large Pro in his bag.
Yes,
You know, the
sir.
Michael Jackson sample, absolutely. Strong pick.
I'm gonna go New York State of Mind with my first pick.
There you
You know
go.
what I mean?
The Deanie
Oh,
Man.
that's just a wrap.
The world is yours.
That would
Okay.
be the next natural pick. Yeah.
I see the
No surprises from Deanie this time. No going into left field for no reason.
Keep it in a beat.
Not,
I ain't gonna pick. I wasn't gonna
not
pick the
picking one
Genesis.
time for your mind. You know what I
I
mean?
wasn't gonna pick the Genesis,
No,
bro.
y'all,
Like, come
y'all
on.
expect me to pick World is Yours, you know what I mean? I'm going with halftime.
Take it easy.
Bro.
Yo.
Fuck
You just
y'all
gotta wait for somebody to
expectations.
make a worse pick than you, Dean, and then it's gonna be a
Yo.
race, bro. Like,
I'm
might be
on
me.
point
You
this
never
time
know.
around.
I made
Don't
some
pick the
terrible
Genesis.
picks before, bro. I made some bad picks before.
It's your turn right now, Macy.
I'm going with Life's a Bitch, man. I ain't fucking around, bro.
Okay,
Like,
okay.
come on, man.
Salute to you.
Classic
Salute to
verse
you.
from AZ, you know what I mean?
that
One of
was
the
gonna
best
be
my
collab
next
verses
pick.
ever. I couldn't leave
I
that
hate
on
you,
the
Mace.
board, man. I couldn't be that fancy, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Life's a bitch. And then you die.
I'm gonna go memory lane with my second pick.
Represent.
Damn it.
Represent. All right, so let's recap real quick. So Mace has It Ain't Hard to Tell, Life's a
Yep.
Bitch. Jarv has New York State of Mind and Memory Lane. Deanie has The World Is Yours to Represent. Y'all all pretty even.
Kind of tough.
Honestly,
the third pick is
tough.
gonna make it.
This goes to show, I mean, the magic of this album, bro. Like, you can't pick a wrong song, except for maybe one. Let's see who gets.
Macy,
what's your
on the
third
clock.
pick?
Oh, man. This is a hard one, man. The final pick. Do I go with my personal favorite or one that I know is just going to like destroy
So
the
what we got
draft?
left? We got
I'm here to win, man. I'm here to win. I need one love, man. I'm here to
yeah.
win.
Okay.
Yeah, man. One love.
Here to win.
Let's get it.
Strong pick. I'm gonna go with
Wait.
halftime.
Yeah, but was it the Mace? Your personal pick would have been halftime. I know I
Yeah.
heard you said.
Yeah, you know I love halftime. You know I love that.
Yeah.
I love halftime, but I gotta win, man.
Yeah, that one
Halftime
love.
might have been the worst pick in the first round.
Nobody picked
Danny.
halftime in the first round.
So Jarv just picked what?
I
Halftime?
pick halftime.
Yeah,
So the only shit that's left is fucking is now you said you had memory lane, Jarv?
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah, y'all scooped up memory lane.
Deanie trying to do the math in his head.
There's only one joint left outside of the Genesis.
Make
Yeah.
it.
That's the pick.
Just say it. Go ahead.
Which one was the last one we had left? It was
Nah, I think you leave it. It's 10 songs on Illmatic, gang.
Yeah, so there'll be the Genesis, and then there'll be one left. Which is the only one outside of Genesis that didn't get picked. Is what
one time for your mind, bro.
I thought somebody just said one time for your mind.
No,
so if you gonna draft, pay attention, nigga.
That's it's only 10 joints. I'm looking at the list like.
So you ain't
so one time for your mind. Nah, I'm looking at iTunes. One time for your mind.
There you go. One time for your mind.
You sure you don't want
left? Nah, I'll take one time for your mind, bro. Don't do me like that.
Listen, the Genesis
don't do me like that. It's not better than one time for your mind.
With the Wild Style theme.
No, son.
That's one of the best intros of all time, man. Real talk.
We're not doing this.
All right. So let's recap here. In the Nas Illmatic 30 3-pack draft off of Illmatic, Mace has It Ain't Hard to Tell, Life's a Bitch, One Love. Jav has New York State of Mind, Memory Lane, and Halftime. Heavy. Deanie has The World Is Yours, Represent, and One Time for Your Mind. Chat, let us know who you rocking with, who wins this draft, but since I'm the Illmatic overlord for this episode, this is tough.
3-pack. What 3-pack you rocking? You rocking
this
with? Man. What's the word, man?
This is honest. This is tougher than I thought it was gonna be. Honestly,
three peasy.
First of all, it's between Mason and Jav. I'm sorry, Deanie, but I mean,
of course, One Time for Your Mind is the come on. That's all I had left.
Hey, you know what? I'm gonna give it to Mace. Mace got this.
I know I wasn't giving it. You wasn't gonna pick me.
That wasn't good work.
No, that was good. That was really good.
That's a bad precedent.
Yo, Chad, vote for me, Chad.
We need to do this. We need to do this for It Was Written. That's what I can't wait till we do one for It Was Written.
Yeah, it's gonna. What's that? Another 2 years?
Yeah.
Well, we'll probably be at like 100,000 subscribers by that time.
Yeah.
I hope so.
Hey,
I just gotta hit the like button. Keep hitting the follow.
Run it up.
You know what I mean? But yeah, celebrating Illmatic 30. You know what I mean? One of the greatest albums of all time.
Don't dip off. The draft is over, but we gotta talk. This is the raps now. Hold on, gang.
No.
You know, with all right, it's not dismissed upon us like that. Nas and Preemo decided to roll out this single on the 30th year of Illmatic.
Yeah.
Do you believe that the future album that's dropping later this year is gonna face unrealistic expectations of trying to match Illmatic from certain people?
Yes.
Okay.
There's a small but very vocal segment of the population of the Nas listening audience that 30 years later wishes that he would make another Illmatic, that he would lock in the studio again with Pete Rock, with Preemo, with Large Professor, with LES, you know what I mean, with Q-Tip, and just do it all over again. And I mean, as big of a fan as I am, and as much as I love this album and hold it so dear to my heart, like, that's so unrealistic, bro. It's so unrealistic. It's just not going to happen. And unfair is also a good word to describe it. And even with Nas and Preemo locking in the studio, please do not expect Illmatic level. You know what I mean? Please do not expect to feel like you felt 30 years ago. Because there's so many different factors. There's youth, there's the time period, there's, as I spoke earlier, the gear that was used. You know what I mean? There's, you know what I mean, the stories that were told.
You gotta pay bills now, guys.
You know what I mean? There's that. Hey, let's be absolutely real about it. There's the drugs they was doing. You know what I mean? The weed was different. You know what I mean? There's so many X factors. When you get an album like that, there's just so many X factors that have to line up. There's so many stars that have to line up perfectly for that kind of album to happen. And for you to ask for that to happen again 30 years later, if we get an album half as good as Illmatic out of Nas and Primo in 2024, I will be a happy fan. You know what I mean? But please don't put unexpected, you know what I mean, unfair pressure on them to recreate something that's just, you know what I mean? So such a moment in time.
And that's gospel, because I think, I don't know, maybe the internet for the most part is not really a real place, but it sure seems like there's a multitude of people who just live in this world where it's like, this is gonna be the next big thing since this, or matter of fact, not, it has to be as good as, or it's not good at all. And it's like, bro, like, just let these men create. Like, if you go on X, aka Twitter right now, there's mad people who already say, oh, this is gonna be this is blowing Hit Boy out the water, this is gonna be the best thing since it was written, Illmatic, etc. And it's like, bro, you think these two old men, and I say that with ultra respect, are even thinking about trying to top Illmatic? They're just trying to make some fire music. Like, let's stop living, because thing is, we all love nostalgia. Nostalgia is a hell of a drug. I enjoy it. I inject it in my veins. It's top tier drugs, okay? But let's not let our love of nostalgia blind our reality, is my point. Like, let these men create, and if you want Illmatic, it's right there in your phone. If you still got the tape and you got a tape player accessible, play the fucking tape, play the CD, live in that moment. But don't place unrealistic expectations upon these men and then get super disappointed when they don't live up to the expectations that you created in your brain. It's really ridiculous to me. You know what I mean? Sure. What do you think about that, Dini? You know what I mean, you're a reasonable guy. You're balanced. Like, where you at with that?
Expecting anyone to do anything they did 30 years ago, 30 years later is just insane. Like, anything. You get what I'm saying? Like, outside of maybe like Mom Duke's recipe, she might miss a season on some shit after 30 years. You get what I'm saying? Right. It's just, you're never gonna get that. And I feel like I'm a part of the contingent that I don't want another Illmatic. I just want two people doing the best they can at what they do, joining together and just putting out a product that's of that. Nas rapping the way he's rapping, Primo getting somewhere back to the level. He don't gotta be Primo from fucking Nas's life. He just gotta be Primo that makes shit I want to listen to. And that, between the two of those guys, they will work that out. I expecting Illmatic is put the weed down, put the coke down. Shit.
Well, damn, Dini.
Nigga, like, that's a tough job to ask, man.
Unless Mace has some thoughts, I just want to say this: like, if you in your heart of hearts really think that Nas can just will another Illmatic, you know what I mean? Primo can just whim another Illmatic in 2020, like, then that means Illmatic was not as special as it was. You know what I mean? Right. Like, Illmatic is what it is because that shit just doesn't happen by happenstance. It doesn't just happen on a whim. Like, it has to be a perfect confluence of like all these different factors. Thanks. You know what I mean? And all this different genius and all this brilliance, like, lining up to create something like this. You know what I mean? If you could do it twice, 3 times, 4 times, like, then that means it's not really special like that. That's the reason Illmatic is special. This is the once in a lifetime album.
And that's what we started at the top of this episode by saying the rap Bible turned 30. That album gets the acclaim it gets because it's hard to duplicate. In fact, it has yet to have been duplicated by the man who made it himself. I'm sure he's tried to come close a few times, but he can't, because that album is just something else. It's literally out of here. So let these creators create and just hold them to standards that's realistic as we go forward and they get older, because regression is okay, especially when you get older. Like Dini's perfect example with that season. You know what I mean? If you got parents and they get older and they cook, at a certain point you gotta take over the kitchen because they lose a step, and that's okay. Thanks. If Nas is a overall 99, if there was like Rap 2K24 and he was a 99 for like 20 years, and now he's a 96, that's okay. Right. You know what I mean? At 50. If Primo is a 90 now and he was a 99, that's still better than most of these niggas. Just let them regress peacefully, but still create. You put a 96 and a 90 on a team in a simulated Rap 2K24, that team might go to the Rap Finals. So let them cook, is all I'm trying to say. You know what I mean? But I think we can wrap it up here. There's been no new disses that dropped. Kendrick ain't come outside yet. Drake out here trolling on the internet. The Rose trolling is getting boring. Like we told y'all, it wasn't meant to be taken seriously.
He's working overtime.
Anyway, J. Cole has gone back into hiding. Niggas is making up rumors about Pusha T coming outside. We just don't know. You know what I'm saying? But what we do know is you can hit that like button, run the comments up, run the subs up. We on the march to 17,000. Some people are nervous about that, but they pretending like they not. Them lenses is fogging up and shit. Bad enough they can't see. They got a lazy eye. Now their lenses is fogging up.
Damn it, man.
They tell us shitty jokes on their platform, thinking they can fight with the guys.
Slow down.
They don't see us coming.
You can't delete this.
Like Larry Holmes,
That being sick.
Trying to play and hate on my shit. That's crazy. That's crazy.
The pictures in your mirror are closer than they appear.
Come on now.
Yo, I'm dead.
I bet you all look real cool, huh? Looking at the room and stuffed animals or some shit. Because there ain't no women in there. You know what I mean? You talking how these frames look, huh? You know what I mean?
How you like me now?
You know the first. Matter of fact, the first thing wash niggas do is put on shades, right? You know what I mean? That'd be the first thing they do to try to keep
Yo, chill out.
Nah, all right. Yo, D, take this off, man.
Yo, salute to the chat, me. Love y'all all day, every day, man. Hit the like button, hit the follow, subscribe, share with a friend, tell your peoples. Help us grow pause, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Jarvie, shout out to Sincere, shout out to Macito. I'm Dini, the balance of the force with our powers combined, man. It's the lunch hour, bitch. Don't get fired. We out of here. Boom.
Yes, sir.